Hi, this is Tormod, and I would like to talk about a bit about a specific fear that I have been living through most of my life, most of my childhood, my youth, and my adult life. I This is a fear of making mistakes, fear of stepping wrong, fear of doing something wrong within my schoolwork or other work or relations whatsoever. Fear of doing mistakes in life. So, uh, when I went to school through elementary and so on, I grew into this, what shall I say, pattern. Pattern is the right word. I grew into this pattern of really going down into my basement, into judgment and guilt and blame over how I did mistakes in school. And I would judge myself within this archetype personality of a judge where I would judge myself for making a mistake, typically in math or in natural science or in English teachings or in whatever school program or thing I was taking part in. I would do a mistake, and as soon as I got my papers back from the teacher, I would I would be so dreaded. I would feel so awful for making this mistake and judging myself and blaming the system, blaming my parents, and judging myself severely because I am my own worst judge. That is an important thing to realize here, how we go about pointing fingers and blaming everybody else when we are our own worst judges. So, uh, when the teacher would yell at me, or the teacher would tell me that no, you done bad, you done wrong, I would I would go into blame and fear of doing the mistakes, and I would blame my parents or blame the teachers for not teaching me that it's okay to do mistakes. That's how you learn. If you do a mistake, you learn from that. You learn from that mistake and you evolve and you change your pattern, you change your way of living, you change yourself after I've done that mistake. And you see that, okay, here I did wrong, this is how I did wrong, and here's how I correct myself. So you can learn from that. That that train, I totally missed that train. I did not realize, I did not see myself as, I just saw this endless falling of myself from doing a mistake, particularly in schoolwork, that will also affect my rest of my life. How I was would do mistakes and fear to do mistakes in my life out of fear of doing mistakes in schoolwork. But I can't blame my parents. I can't blame the teachers. They have got their own programming and since of their father's schooling. They didn't know any better. They are not to be judged. I can't judge nobody. Nobody should be judged. So I have to take this responsibility for myself and see how I have been living in fear of doing mistakes. Forgive those moments and those details and that psychology and that data and leave it behind without any glows or any cinder in the dark or energies glowing out of that specific fear and blame and judgment, and move on with myself and leave behind that and forgive it. And that is a process to be walked with each and every one of us, sooner or later, to forgive ourselves for what has been, for what has been emotional, for what has been energetical. And if there is one thing that I would if you are a parent, and there's one thing I would make sure to teach your children, is that it is not a bad thing to do mistakes. It is actually a cool thing to do a mistake, because if you do a mistake, that is how you learn. Now, my growing up, I learned that mistake is like, ah, fuck, shit, this is so bad. That is how I would react within myself when the teacher would point me out or make a red mark in my books. If you are a parent, please tell your child that it is okay to do mistakes. Teach them that is how you learn. That is how you evolve. That is how you learn something in life. So that is my 2 cents for this day. Thank you very much and enjoy your computing.